Hi. Well, today we're going to talk about traditional grip and finger control. I've been asked by several people on YouTube to do some demonstrations with traditional grip. Now, following up my video on finger development, this is the next phase for the traditional grip, whether you be left-handed or right-handed. So, this is my grip that I learned from Joe Cusatis, which I think was passed down to him from Henry Adler, where you have the basket like this, you have the thumb basically back, not like this, just touching the forefinger, and here's your index, ring, and pinky, like this, like this. So in this position, what we want to do is start with these two fingers, the index and the middle, and get that going. Now the idea here is to transition into the position that you'll be playing with, but you want to keep using these two fingers. Sometimes you only wind up using this one, depending on what you're doing. But the idea is to be able to have both fingers work together as you're doing different positions while you're playing. Let me address this. There's this concept of muscle memory. The muscles do not retain memory. What happens is neurons develop in your brain by doing repetitive physical exercises, and it becomes a circuit. So there's no memory in your cells and your muscles that retain anything. It's a circuit that develops. So once you get this going, you turn. The idea is to keep this arc, an even arc, as you're turning. So what happens is that the control shifts from both fingers to the index finger and then back here in different positions. So you'll see different drummers, they may lean down. Buddy would lean down a lot like that. He would like to get a nice level surface for that beat to bounce off of. And then at different positions, you would notice Buddy, whether it was his right hand or left hand, using different grips and different fingers in different positions to get the most bounce you could get at the speed you were at. And he's the yardstick that I measure a technique by, even though I can't do half of the stuff that he does, or at least I try to attempt it. But I'm sure that's impossible for me and many other people. He was a genius and a once-in-a-lifetime guy that comes along. But this is a very good exercise. Both fingers are moving, and then you come here. Now notice I pulled these fingers out. You could either have them under the stick for support. There's one way to use this finger for support, which is a whole other lesson completely. And then there's also just pulling it out. You'll see guys do this when they're really getting down on their fingers like that. But I prefer not to practice this fast or with tension. Just a nice, easy, continuous bounce, continuous arc as I turn and keep it unbroken. It's difficult at first to do. Now I can keep my fingers under there as I turn as well. And I could use that finger to help push up as I'm turning. That's two ways to do it, with the fingers out, coming back and forth, and then with the fingers underneath, using that ring finger like this to give it a little tap to continue the bounce. It does take some time, but you should start here, whether your fingers are out or underneath, and get these two fingers working on the stick. So the idea, again, is to keep that bounce going without interruption as you're turning. And here is your, generally most of the time you're in this playing position. And then from there, you can push into molar system and do different things. So just work on this for right now until you get this nice and smooth. And then we'll add more to it later. All right? Thanks for watching. Keep practicing. If you have any questions, let me know.